MR 138.2 BR. They tell me to rest. And a bunch of names written on here, but they've been all scribbled over. For all you old heads out there who rode freight trains into Canada and back into America, there you go, remember this place. Should be close to 6 o'clock. See how high the ballast is now. Told you they'd be doing this for a while. Years ago, it wasn't like this. Tracks were really low to the ground. We could hide in here if we wanted to, but most of us hid down there. We got on because there was an old wooden truss that went over there. So I replaced with concrete now. So they go by real fast. I was hoping the train would be coming by. But because of COVID, a lot of shit's changed with the trains. Not as many as them. My biggest regrets is not wearing a mask when I rode around. Well, I did have one, but I didn't put it on often enough. My lungs are not well. Now if we had video cameras in the old days, this would have been great, because then you can videotape the catch-out locations and show people what to expect. But that would be all done pretty much on paper, and it wasn't really precise. And today the crew change guide hasn't been put into in a very long time. Amtrak train would have already come by, and we would have had a BNSF around 5, 6 o'clock. Would have been following it. He had a couple come in too as well beforehand. We used to get on the trains next to the naval facility out in Everett. You see all the Canadian grainers lined up there. We'd get on and then we'd come into Canada. Last time I went across the border was just a while ago, and I got stopped. They brought me back to the border. Just now grab my passport and just cross over with a passport. It's a lot easier. No hassle. I'll do that when they unlock the border. Is go down to Seattle and shoot some photos. Sun will set in less than an hour. See how high the ballast is? Try running on that. That's why we find other spots to catch out of now. Another reason. The slant is very, very slanted. Very difficult to get onto the ladder. You gotta actually grab the ladder, keep running, and then pull yourself up. Put your knee on the ladder step, and then walk up. It's a pain in the ass. And at certain speeds, you can't catch out. It's just too fast. Only places you won't find this shit is in the yards. This land starts almost at the tie. But like I said, we got ways around it. To find different spots to catch out of. So we pay more and more attention to where the trains pull over. And it gives you an idea as to where to hike out to or walk to. And they're doubling up and tripling up the tracks now. So they're stopping less and less frequently. So then again, like people said, what's the big deal with crew change spots? Sometimes it's your last resort. Or sometimes you want to get into a secondary yard where they're going to back up and pick that shit up. There you have a better chance. So you got to know where and what junkers leave the yard. So you got to hang out at a yard for sometimes a few days before some train with a manifest stops and picks it up and then heads out with it. And then you're on a ride, depending how far it's going. In America, it's a lot easier now. Much, much, much easier than over here in Canada. So them be the days. This shit wasn't around when we were catching out. You're also able to catch out down there because they have a switch they had to pull to go one way or to go the other way. They'd slow down to make sure the switch was in their favor. So we just catch out down there too as well. All that changed. There you go. Car racks. We got a facility here where they drop them off. That'll be rail link most likely bringing them in. There could be also cars that were removed and then loaded up on ships and placed in containers. A little container facility there. Things change in time. Things change in time. There you go. I'm gonna walk home, or I'll get on a bus, take a bus over the river, Pitt River. Some people say it's part of the Fraser Arms, Fraser River, Fraser system. They have different names for the little rivers that break off or go into the Fraser River. walk around, you'll see you don't really have to go through the bush to get to a pair of tracks or set of tracks. I got proof. I got photos to prove that I've ridden from Canada into America. Got pictures right outside of the border. I got photos when I was when there was a landslide, so you can look at where the landslide was, and you'll figure it out. The only way to get them pictures is on a freight train. Got a nice big eagle nest up there. I'll take a picture and post it. I got some red lights that just popped up. So there might be something coming in. I'll see if there's any lights facing the other way. And if there is, they'll have a green or a yellow. I got a blinking red. I'll sit around a bit. I'll see if something's going to show up and do possibly a video on BNSF coming through. Yeah, you got a red with a blinking red. I'll get a closer look of it. tracks over here double up. Got a red light here too as well, which tells me that there is absolutely nothing that's going to pass right now. 2 red lights. Red lights tell trains that it's not right for them to go. There you go. As I said, you could sit for hours and hours before you could catch a freight train. For all you old timers, there you go, man. Been the years. Love you all.